Hi everyone, welcome to Greenmonk TV. I'm here at the SAP Sapphire conference in Orlando, and with me today I have...
James McClelland with SAP Utilities Worldwide.
Okay, and James, utilities is kind of a boring industry, isn't it? I mean, why do we care about utilities these days?
Well, actually, utilities have always been slow moving or very slow adopters, but many changes are taking place right now to the forefront that utilities is actually becoming the very sexy industry. A huge change is coming through. But it's not just utilities. I think it's becoming educational to all of us as consumers as well, that we need to change if we're going to be able to make energy efficiency programs active and to work towards sustainability.
And okay, so if the utilities are thinking along these lines, what's that got to do with SAP?
Well, SAP is a solution provider. Software is not an enabler. Software is not the difference maker. Software helps to move to new visions and new strategies. Utilities, as we hear worldwide, need to become more efficient with their programs. We need to be able to adopt new fuels, new technologies, cleaner technologies. The traditional gas, coals, oils, they are starting to dry up. They won't last forever. We need to come to new sustainable energy types, solar, wind, water recycling. So to adopt new methodologies, new types of energy, we need to be able to have the technology to help get us there. And SAP is playing a role in that. We hear AMI is the big type of strategy for utilities moving forward.
What's AMI?
AMI is automated metering infrastructure, where we'll be able to, utilities will be putting smart meters onto the sides of houses to better collect data on how the raftery household is using their data or energy. We'll be able to profile the loads. When are you using it the most? When are you using it at the least? And if I map this out over an entire customer base, how can I better balance demand and supply? Or possibly, as me becoming a more educated consumer of my energy and understanding peak prices and lower prices, how can I maybe shift my demand curves that I use my energy wiser or maybe in off-peak hours?
What difference does it make if you or I consume our energy in off-peak hours? How does that help?
Well, generation is able to make a certain amount of power. And if everybody is using their power at 6 o'clock in the morning to wake up and turn dishwashers on and dish dryers on and cook breakfast before the children are going out to school or we're ready to go out to work, and that demand exceeds what a generation plant has in capacity, we risk blackouts or brownouts. And this charges a much higher spot price in the marketplace. If turning that dishwasher on or that clothes dryer went earlier in the morning, possibly 3 o'clock in the morning, when demand was much lower, but capacity was still there, it doesn't cause prices to spike. It allows us now to smooth that curve out and balance, as I said, demand and supply so that we don't have to purchase energy from alternative sources or to build new capacities to increase the amount of generation that we have to use. Anytime you can flatten out the curves, the peaks and the valleys of when we use our energy, we become much wiser, and we help the entire value chain, both from supplier but as well as demand.
Okay, so the smart metering infrastructure is one way that we're going to help be more sustainable.
Correct.
What about I get bills from my utility, and you know I get 5-6 pages in an envelope. Why aren't I getting an electronic bill?
Well, good point. I think it's twofold. One, our energy company needs to be able to have the capability of providing that type of electronic bill and be able to market it to us in a way that it makes sense. Secondly, we need to be able to understand what the value is, have a better understanding of the impact of taking that paper bill. A lot of it may be just cultural changes, it may be infrastructure changes, but if we go towards an electronic billing, we reduce the number of pages that you get. You reduce the number of marketing inserts that you get, the envelope, the postage. So there's a whole ripple effect of dollars that we can reduce, and that also translates into a carbon reduction. And carbon reduction is very, very big on everybody's radar screen right now. So it's both not only from the utility to be able to have the capability and properly market it to us as a consumer, but also us as a consumer being able to willing to change our patterns and habits to adopt to that type of method.
So you guys are helping them with the electronic billing, you're helping them with the smart metering infrastructure. Any other initiatives that you can help utilities with?
Well, we have smart metering, as you stated. We're also creating a customer portal. To be able to go and put a smart meter on the side of one's house is one thing, to collect patterns on a Rafferty or a McClelland family of when we use power and when we're not using power. But we want to break it into a more granular sense, and we keep hearing about the home data network, that we can put sensors onto any sort of large energy drawing appliances, my refrigerator, my air conditioner, my heater, my dishwasher. If I become smarter and my utility offers a service, I can then capture the data from each of those large appliances and place them onto a website and have them compared against what my industry average is. This allows me, via my service provider, to see where I stand within my usage pattern. If I have a refrigerator that's using 50 kilowatts per month and the industry average is 30 kilowatts, my utility may market to me to increase my refrigerator by 1 or 2 Celsius, and this would be the impact on my bill. It may offer an energy efficient program to me to see where I can improve my efficiencies, or it may market off new energy efficiency appliances to bring me down to industry averages, impact my bill, and again impact carbon reductions. So these are portals that we have set up to allow utilities to offer new services, not just for the utility, but for their customers to become smarter customers as well.
So it's sounding to me like a lot of the value of the smart grid is going to come from the data that's collected.
Data is everything. Data is knowledge, data is power. And I don't really like the term a smart grid. We already have smart grids, it's just making them smarter or more enabled.
Cool. James, that's been fantastic. Thanks a million.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Tom.